Today's gerontology lesson is Sex Education 101 with Miss Loretta. Come on in!
Remember, class, with increased age, there is a decrease in vaginal secretions. So it's very important that we use lubrication. Any questions? Yes.
My great-grandma said that I could use olive oil. Is that true?
No. Water-soluble lubricant.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Melissa, is she okay? I don't know. I think she might be having a stroke. Oh, no.
Better think fast. I'm going to put her in a chair. For those of you that don't know what FAST means, it's a quick assessment to determine signs and symptoms of stroke. The F stands for face.
Miss Loretta, can you smile for me? I'm noting some drooping on the right side of your face.
The A stands for arms.
Miss Loretta, can you please try to raise your arms for me? Okay, the right arm is not able to be lifted.
The S stands for speech.
Miss Loretta, are you okay?
I think I'm fine.
Your speech is slurred.
And the T stands for time. It's time to call 911.
Okay, time to call 911.
Hi, I'm Aisha, nurse. Can you verify your name and date of birth for me?
Loretta Black,
And your date of birth?
November 7th, 76.
Okay, and who are you in relation to her?
I'm a student in her class. She was teaching us about sexual education today,
What happened?
and we noticed that she started having signs of a stroke. She fell against the blackboard, and she lost her cane, and she was showing signs that she couldn't speak. So we called 911, and luckily we were able to get her here as fast as we could, about 45 minutes.
Okay, great. Sure. Is that okay? And medications, what kind of medications are you taking? Any for blood pressure or anything? So you have a history of high blood pressure or low blood pressure?
High blood pressure.
Okay. Did you take your medication today?
No.
I'm squeeze it up. Blood pressure is a little bit high today. 150 over 92. All right, so I'm going to get your temperature. This is a thermometer today. Temperature is 98.6. Going to get your pulse. Pulse is 66. And it's all right if I listen to your bowels. All right, so I'm good. All right, so I'm just going to check your eyes. Okay, you mind taking your glasses off for me? All right, can you look here? Can you see on this side?
No.
What about this side? All right. And I'm going to put my hand on your throat and just actually swallow. Is that okay? Take around your pretty bun and swallow for me. All right. And I'm just going to check your skin. You fell on that side, on your right side. So I'm just going to come around and check your skin. Okay, make sure there's no bruises or anything. You mind if I get on this side?
Mm-mm.
Have you had the urgency or felt the need to go to the restroom? You have? Are you wet right now? Yes, you are. Alright, so we'll get you cleaned up, no problem, okay? That's completely normal. I don't see any bruises or anything on your face and on the side of your body. Can you lift your arms up for me? Alright. Can you hold your hands back like this? Let's see. Can you push my hand? Can you do the same to this one? check your capillary refills. All right, and so I'm going to assess, use the app on your skin. Okay, I'm going to assess the strength of your legs. Is that okay? Can you push your foot down for me? Forward. Yeah. What about this one? There you go. All right, and find your pulses. It's pretty weak.
Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna die?
Well, you are showing signs and symptoms of a cerebrovascular accident, also known as a stroke.
Let's go over what a cerebrovascular accident looks like in the body. A cerebrovascular accident, also known as a stroke, is a disruption of oxygenated blood flow to the brain. There's two different types of strokes: ischemic, which is a blood clot, and hemorrhagic, which is a rupture of a blood vessel that leaks blood into the surrounding brain tissue. Stroke can cause brain cell death, and this happens in two ways. First, anoxia, which is a lack of oxygenated blood to the brain. Second is the release of glutamate and the allowance of large quantities of calcium into the brain cells. A little bit of more information on the second assault on the brain. Let's go over here. First, we have a depletion of oxygen, which causes the release of glutamate. The release of glutamate is going to activate NMDA receptors in the brain cell. These NMDA receptors are going to allow large quantities of calcium and glutamate to enter into the cell. This is going to overexcite the cell, causing disordered enzyme activity. Disordered enzyme activity leads to the release of toxic free radicals, which results in cell death. It only takes 3 to 7 minutes to cause irreversible cell death, with widespread consequences in the rest of the body. About 1/3 of victims die from a stroke or live with permanent disabilities.
Right, and there's two types: ischemic, which is there's a blood clot that's traveled to your brain, or hemorrhagic, which there's bleeding in your brain.
Well, how do I know which one I had?
Well, that's when the doctor will order for you to have a CT scan to see which one, if you have a blood clot in your brain, or so the doctor will send you to have a CT scan to determine which one you have. There you go. All right, and if it's ischemic, which is the blood clot, and since you made it within the 3-hour time frame, we can administer a drug called TPA that will dissolve the clot, and hopefully you can make a full recovery.
According to the CDC, stroke is the 5th leading cause of death. It kills about 140,000 Americans each year. About 80% are ischemic strokes in which blood flow to the brain is blocked. Risk factors for stroke increase with age, although it can occur at any age. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, and diabetes are the leading causes of stroke. Race and ethnicity plays a big role as well. Blacks have the highest rate of death, and Hispanics have seen an increase in death in 2013. Early recognition of signs and symptoms, along with arrival to the emergency department within 3 hours, is very important to increase chance of survival and retain a good quality of life. A healthy lifestyle, good nutrition, and annual physicals are your best preventative measure.
4 months later.
As you know, I suffered a stroke, but I've been in rehab for quite some time, and I'm back and feeling a lot better. So where were we? Water-soluble lubrication. Remember, class, with decreased,
Action.
Okay. Oh, sorry. And then the doctor. Can you verify your name and date of birth for me?
Never had a blacks.
All right, and your date of birth.
No, November. Shit.
Crap, I didn't see all these penises here.